What's going on for the crafters and crafters, and welcome back to another video. My name's Kreek, and this is going to be the answer section of the Q&A video that I did last week. I was going to wait until later this week to answer these questions and put this out, but most of the answers seem to already be in, so I'm like, whatever, let's go ahead and do it. So, hopping right on into it. The first question, Donnie Felix is 5'10" tall for a 14-year-old. Well, Donnie Felix, I would say yes. Although, really, I guess it depends what, part of the world and, genetics and all that you come from. I am like 5'9" or 10, maybe even 11. I'm like just under 6 foot, whatever that is. Like a little bit below it, but not much. And I'm 18, and I've pretty much stopped growing. In fact, I've kind of like shrunk a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Maybe aliens. Who knows? But I guess so. I guess 5'10" is tall for a 14-year-old. Blaze and GG, can you do a faction series with some fans? Me, maybe. Faction series, I actually don't know a lot about the factions. I have a general idea of what they are. So, correct me if I'm wrong here. But I believe that is where you make a faction on a server, and then your faction can go and basically fight and compete with other factions. The only problem with that is pretty much time. So I'm working on part 2 of Vault 52 right now, and college starts at the end of this month. And getting everyone together for a giant collaboration is really, really difficult. I had to get Bros 1083 and Martinos. We had to get all three of us together to film part 1 of Vault 52, and it probably took us about, I think it was like a week and a half to find an area in our day where all of us could get on and film it. And that was just, 3 people. So I imagine it'd be really difficult coming up with a time for, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 people. But maybe in the future we could do it. But probably not until at least Vault 52 is finished with. Alright, Anon 10W1Z. I made the first mod you reviewed, Craft++. Do you still use it? Oh, yes! Craft++. I remember doing this mod. It's the mod with the obsidian boat. The obsidian boat that lets you ride on lava. It had like dynamite and stuff like that, if I recall correctly. Oh, wow, it was like a year ago. Holy crap. Wow, that's a long time ago. Do I still use it? No. Although, to be honest, I do not use the majority of mods that I review. Pretty much how it works is I go through the forums, find a mod, read up on it, download it, play with it for a while, and then make a video on it. And once the video is up, that's pretty much it with that mod. There are a few mods that I do use in like personal servers, and every now and then, maybe like every couple months, my friends and I will make like a personal server, and we'll just do like a let's play, like Feed the Beast or something, and then I'll go through all my mod slides and pick my favorite mods and like put them in there and then play with them. I do recall doing that with Craft++, specifically for the obsidian boats, because my friend like does a lot of stuff in the Nether, and obsidian boats really helped then. But that was like a year ago, I think. Might have been even more. I forget. But yeah, some of the mods I do use, like I used a lot of the mods that I've done mod slides on in Vault 52 for production of that. Because I don't think if I did mod slides, the majority of mods that I use, whenever I do play Minecraft or do stuff with Minecraft, I would not know about. So, keeping up to date with mods and doing mod slides, it's a really great help, actually. Bros, 1083, when is part 2 coming out ETA for Vault 52? Part 2, well, I am as of 8/17/2015, 4:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am about 50% done with the script. How I did it was I released it, and then I released part 1, and then I waited about a week or so to collect all the feedback, and then I'm writing the script for part 2 now. And so that way I can incorporate all the feedback and changes that I want to make as far as like the cinematography and stuff for part 2. So I can make it even better. So once the script is finished, which hopefully that will be by the end of this week, I can move into, contacting everyone, be like, yo, I need you to say this stuff into a microphone and then send it to me. And, hey, I need you to get on the server so we can record some stuff, stuff like that. And then once that is done, we can edit it all together and then it'll go up. As far as an ETA, I don't know though. Just like part 1 though, I'm willing to take as much time as it takes, whether it's just a few weeks, a few months, as long as it takes to make sure that it is the best that it can possibly be. So for right now, there is no ETA. Schwarmophobia, schwarmy. I must ask this again, what kind of socks are you wearing? Right now, actually none. Although, when I do go out, I do use, oh dear, what are they called? Andy socks? AND1? ANDI? There's some sort of like really thin, like sports socks thing from like Walmart. Because I like the thin socks that don't go up all the way on your leg. That way your feet can breathe and stuff. I really just don't care that much for socks in general. That's why I really like the thin ones. Although I still do have my Doctor Who socks, and I do wear those quite often, especially on like the colder days, whenever that is. I do use those time to time. Bros 1083, did you like Fast and Furious 7? I know you have to know about this movie. You have to. R.I.P. Paul. So actually, Fast and Furious movies. This might shock some of you guys, but I don't really have a huge interest in them. Let's see. I think the last one I saw was Fast and Furious 5, the one where The Rock became a character. I don't even know I forget his name, but that was the last one that I've seen. And my biggest problem, or the reason why I'm not really super interested in like the Fast and Furious franchise, is really the same reason I'm not super interested in the Transformers franchise. Like the Transformers movies make no sense. The only reason they're popular and the only reason I find enjoyment out of them is because it has big robots, big explosions, and hot chicks in it. That's pretty much a Transformers movie. And replace giant robots with cars, and that's pretty much a Fast and Furious movie. And I'm not really a big car person as far as like fast cars and crazy car moves. None of that never really interested me. So it pretty much falls in the same category as the Transformers movies, in which I pretty much watch them when I'm bored one day. And it's like, hey, you know what? I want to see some fast cars, some big explosions, and some hot chicks. Let's watch Fast and Furious. But I have heard that the send-off to Paul Walker is pretty good in Fast and Furious 7, and made quite a lot of people cry. So I'll probably cry my eyes out at the end of that movie when I do watch it. But I do want to see it. Is it on Netflix or like Hulu or Amazon Prime or anything like that? I need to check that actually. Gotyam, what are your favorite essential mods in Choose Your Game Here? Ooh, okay. Well, man, I've played around with so many mods in Minecraft. It's really hard for me to think on the spot of like the essential ones. But basically, any mods that add any sort of progression to the game, I enjoy. So, Buildcraft, Industrial Craft, any mods like that. They have like a tier system, like, oh, I need to get this and do this for me to be able to do this, and then get this, and then I can get this nuclear reactor and just blow up the planet. Like progression. I love progression. Because vanilla Minecraft lacks progression. The only thing it has is get, wood, and then get stone, and then get iron, and then get diamond. That's pretty much the only progression that it has besides the bosses. And even then, that's, just really tedious or really late game. So anything that can add to that, I like it a lot. Let's see, another game. Fallout and Skyrim are really the only other games that I mod quite heavily. And with those, actually real quick, before I forget, I do want to say, one essential mod that I cannot play without is the morph mod for Minecraft. The one that lets you turn into a chicken. Oh man. My friends and I do so much stupid stuff. We just turn into chickens and then just do stupid stuff all night in Minecraft. It's amazing. But as far as Skyrim and Fallout, Fallout, probably any sort of like mod. I forget what they're called. Like, yeah, 4 GB fix and the mods that stop the game from crashing because there's so many like performance problems with Fallout. So those and those, that was a weird pronunciation of those. So those mods, and then any mods that add like some cool weapons or cool items, like cool armors and stuff. I love that kind of stuff. So for Skyrim and Fallout, pretty much any mod that adds some really cool weapons or some really cool like perks and skills and stuff. I love that kind of stuff. Enforce Dylan. Oh man, it's such a cool avatar. I can't get over how cool that is. And he drew that too. So yeah, that's amazing. Man, it looks so cool. How do you stay calm to hate? This is actually a really interesting question. And in the beginning, let's see, I've been doing YouTube for quite a while. But in the beginning, whenever I got like, oh, this video sucks. This video literally made me like slap myself. It was that bad. So like any comments like that, it was kind of like, really? Did my video make him slap himself? Like, really? But I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta learn to ignore it. And I think as I've done YouTube now for over a year, it's not, thundering outside. Oh man, it's been like raining like terribly here for like ever. Welcome to the United States. But you basically just get used to it and ignore it. Actually though, I haven't got that much hate. I usually do not get that many hate comments at all. At the most, like altogether, I've probably gotten less than 10. So I haven't really had to deal with it that much, but I do like to tell people, it's like, there is nothing no one can say to me that will upset me. You know why? Because I make videos on the YouTubes, and people have already said it to me. That's partly true, but yeah, once you make videos on the internet and get tons of feedback and stuff, pretty much nothing that anyone says to you will ever upset you because you probably already heard it and you've learned to ignore it. So yay. When did I get into PCs? Well, that's actually a good question. Pretty much since I was a kid. I used to play Super Nintendo at my grandparents' house, and I'd always play Mario Brothers, the old Mega Man, like the 8-bit Mega Man, all that kind of stuff. And so I've always been interested in gaming and computers and consoles and stuff like that. But when I got into about probably 6th grade, that's probably when I started to get into computers and like, oh, you know what? I want to learn how to make a video game. That sounds cool. Oh, it's called programming. Let me learn programming. And then I got into programming. Then I got into like, video editing. I built computers, hardware, software, all that kind of stuff. So it all kind of stemmed from me being a nerd as a child and not playing sports. That's a weird statement, but yeah, I always pretty much stayed inside and played video games, and because of that, I became interested in how they were made, and so that's pretty much where that came from. AMD versus NVIDIA. I'd say there's pros and cons to both. As a YouTuber, though, a person who records a lot, I would have to say NVIDIA because of the shadow play recording functionality. It is really great. AMD versus Intel. I run an i5 2500K, I do believe. 2500K, which is overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz, I believe. But I'd have to say Intel simply because of the extreme overclocking capabilities. I'd have to say Intel. But again, there's pros and cons to both. Too many PC questions. What do you want to do, or you're already doing it for work that you always wanted to do? Pretty much programming, or really anything with computer science. I'm starting college this year to major in computer science. And it's weird because computer science, programming is a part of computer science, but computer science isn't just programming. Computer science is, a ton of different stuff. And so really, as long as I'm doing something to do with computers, that is pretty much my dream job. And so hopefully once I get my major, I can go into that. Yeah, all right, bros, 1083. Any thoughts of streaming? Yes, I am planning on streaming a little bit when the YouTube gaming service launches, which I'm actually not sure when that is, but whenever that launches, that's I'll probably stream from YouTube from there. New series that are not MC related. Not currently, because I have Fallout 3, which I'm actually probably about 75% through done, or 75% through it. So maybe when that one's done, we'll do another one. And I also have Captive Minecraft, which has kind of fell on the back burner, but that's still a thing. Why don't you always put a face cam in your video? Partly because a face cam will not add to a majority of my videos, like mods fights and stuff like that. A face cam is kind of like, it just detracts from the video. Whenever I do horror stuff, that's usually when I put the face cam in, because it's at that point that a face cam will really add to the experience. But a face cam is really, really difficult to add in and do, all the time, because how it works is you have to record your face cam separately along with your video and your audio, and then you have to sync all of those up in your editing software. And it's actually pretty difficult, because for some reason the webcam software, as it records for like 20-30 minutes, it lags behind a little bit, so it's really tough keeping them in sync for extended periods of time. So that has kind of made me not use it as much as I normally would like to. But maybe if we do any more horror stuff, we can get some face cams in there. Nike versus Adidas. Converse? Lol? Chola lol lol. Are you near for college, and what will happen to your YouTube channel? Will you pause uploads or what? Man, it is thundering. You guys can probably hear that. Oh well. I am pretty near for college. I'm actually doing college this year all online, so I'll just be another basement dwelling neckbeard for this year, just like all of the previous years. I won't pause uploads. Nothing really should change with YouTube. I haven't really done college before. This will be my first time, so I don't really know how much time it'll take. But YouTube will definitely not stop. If anything, instead of one video every day, it might fall back to one video like every other day. But even then, I don't think so. I mean, I can probably still do one video a day, so nothing should change, I don't think. But we'll see. What has been your biggest project / collab in your YouTube life? Fallout Vault 52. Holy crap. I severely underestimated the amount of work that goes into a Minecraft machinima of that level. Like, I did the painting before, and that didn't have any voice acting or anything. It was just a pretty straightforward machinima. But holy crap, there was so much just stuff, the editing window, so many files, so much, transitions and effects in there. It was crazy. It took forever to edit. So that's been the biggest project. And I also collaborated with 4, 5, 6 different people, getting all that, together and working. So that's probably been my biggest one so far. What are your other YouTube channel names? I don't have any other YouTube channels. Not that I know of. I used to have one back when I had my old channel. I had basically 2 old channels. But I think I deleted them both. I'm pretty sure I did. They shouldn't be around anymore. This is my only YouTube channel. Would you kiss a cow or go run a mile naked in the winters of Alaska? Best question ever. The winters of Alaska. Oh my god, that would... Man, you could get hypothermia down there. That's not safe. That's not safe. I mean, stuff could be falling off left and right as you're running along. That's not a good idea. I'd rather kiss a cow. I'd rather kiss 5 cows than run a mile naked in the winters of Alaska. That sounds... I wonder if someone's done that. I wonder if someone's done that. I should Google that, but I'm kind of scared to. Let me ask you a question. Would you kiss a cow or go run a mile naked in the winters of Alaska? What's your answer to that? Alright, Tactical Taco. Will you stream on Twitch? I will stream on YouTube once YouTube Gaming goes live, which they've said that it's going to go live in the middle of summer or something like that. It's almost the end of August. I don't know what YouTube's definition of summer is, but September, October, the last time I checked, was not summer. So maybe that'll go live pretty soon. Do I like pancakes? Yes. Pancakes over waffles any day of the week. I love pancakes. They're great. What is your favorite TV? Oh, actually, pancakes. IHOP pancakes. Holy crap, I could get fat off of IHOP pancakes. They're fantastic. What is your favorite TV show? Ooh. Doctor Who, hands down. Doctor Who, hands down. I also like with The Walking Dead, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter. That was pretty good. Right now I'm watching Mr. Robot. You might be able to see the URL link up here, the bookmark. So right now I'm watching Mr. Robot. That's really, really good. If you guys are of a mature audience, I'd really recommend going and watching Mr. Robot. It's really good. Comes on USA. It's fantastic. What is a good pickle? A dill pickle, I guess. I don't actually like pickles. Every time I eat a pickle, my face just like pickle. Like the pickle juice is nasty. I don't know how people drink that. Like some people just drink the pickle juice, and I'm like, are you nuts? That's nasty. But some people do like it, but I don't. Do you have a Vessel account for me to add you on? Oh, so Vessel. Isn't Vessel the place where you can basically upload your videos a day early? And basically people pay to watch them a day early? I'm not too familiar with Vessel. If you could explain that in the comments, that'd actually be pretty great. I'm not too familiar with it. But, I mean, I don't want to, I guess, paywall any of my content. So if that is what that is, and I think it is, I'll probably won't do it. I mean, the only thing I could see maybe doing that with is like any machinimas I do, because there is a ton, like months of work that goes into that. But I mean, I don't really feel right doing it, just like everyday video. So I don't know. Lexi, can me and you record something together? Actually, Lexi, I have a, I might need you for a role in Vault 52 in part 2. So I'll come up with a video of everything I need and maybe put that up a little bit later on once the script is finished. So yes, can me and you record something together? Yes, we can with Vault 52. Let's see. Ron Edagui, what's the best network to partner with for small YouTubers? Oh, wow. What a question. Wow. Okay. I'm actually going to gather my thoughts a little bit and be back in a minute, because this is a pretty big question and I want to give you a really good answer. All right. So what's the best network to partner with for small YouTubers? I want to preface this by saying that networks are not what they were 3-4 years ago. So 3-4 years ago, if you were a gaming channel on YouTube, you had to be part of a network. Like you had to be signed with a network, you had to be partnered with a network in order to monetize your content, because you were a video gaming channel that uploaded videos of video games. YouTube itself has its own pay program, which is AdSense. And 2-3 years ago, they would not allow you to monetize videos with AdSense that were video game content. So you had to go to a network in order to make money off of those videos. That is no longer the case. YouTube now allows full access, full monetization for video game channels straight through AdSense. So you do not actually need to ever be in a network anymore. You can go straight through your YouTube career without ever doing any sort of network or ever signing to a network. There's pros and cons to joining a network, and I really want to go over those real quick. So I will actually right now. So another thing I want to say is I'd highly recommend never joining a network that signs you to a contract. And that is going to be the majority of them. And the reason why is, say you join a network that signs you into a 1-year contract. There is no way to get out of that contract. So if something goes bad, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months down the road, you're stuck with it for an entire year. There is absolutely nothing that you can do because you signed the contract. And 1 year isn't even the normal amount. Most networks try and sign you to like 2 years, 3 years. Some even do 4 years. Do not do it. It is a terrible idea. Always go for a network that allows you to drop in and out at any moment as you wish. Now, another thing I want to say is that a lot of the network claims, I have that in air quotes, such as, oh, join our network and, we'll advertise your channel. Join our network and you're going to get thousands of subscribers and views. Join our network and you're going to be the best YouTuber ever. No, that's not how it works. Joining a network, they may say they're going to advertise your channel. They may say that, they're going to, get you big views. And no. They're not going to do anything like that. They just want you to be part of their network so they get paid more money. That is all there is to it. They don't care about you. They don't really care if you're a part of their network or not. They may say they do, but at the end of the day, they're just making more money off of you. So do keep that in mind when joining a network. Now, the only reasons to join a network these days are because of bonuses. And let me explain what I mean by that. So I am partnered with Union for Gamers, Cursed Union for Gamers YouTube network, which is a no contract lock-in network. So I'd highly recommend them, actually. It's probably the best YouTube network that I know of right now. So I really highly recommend it. And there's always a link in the description of the video as well if you want to check them out. But because I'm partnered with them, I get free access to every song and sound effect on Epidemic Sound and Audio Micro, which are 2 royalty-free music sites, along with sound effects and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I get access to all of it for free. I also don't have to worry about copyright strikes or anything like that because of me being licensed to use that music through Union for Gamers. And there's a lot of networks out there that have similar bonuses, and really that's really the only reason to join a network. Like Fallout Vault 52 would not have been possible if I was not signed up with Union for Gamers, because I would not have had access to all of the music, sound effects, and effects that I used in that video. Other than that, a lot of networks provide you with like YouTube support. Like Cursed Union for Gamers has a fantastic support, the best I've ever seen, in which they will answer any questions about like, oh, you got a copyright strike? Let me, send in a ticket to support, and they got my back. And that's really how it works. Is if you ever have any YouTube questions or any problems with YouTube, you'll send them a message, and they'll get it worked out pretty quickly for you. So as far as like the best network, I'd have to say Union for Gamers, although again, it really comes down to what you want out of a network. Because at the end of the day, they're not necessary for YouTube anymore. You never have to sign with a network, but never join a network that locks you into a contract. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Wesker likes to glow. Can I make a custom PC with $500? Yes, you can. So $500 is actually a really good amount to make a really solid computer. Putting together like some parts in my head, and yeah, that'll work just fine. There's actually a really good website. I'm not sure if you know about it. Let me see if I can find it actually. Alright, so there's 2 websites that I want to show you if you don't know. The first one is PC Part Picker, and this is a fantastic website for anyone building a computer. So you can start a computer build here, and you can choose all of your components here. So say I choose like a CPU. Let me just pick one. This one. Let me choose a motherboard. Let's see here. This one. And what is great about this is it will alert you at the bottom here if there are any problems with your build. So if something is not compatible with something else, so like say my CPU was not compatible with my motherboard, it would tell me. So right now, there's no incompatibilities found, which is fantastic. It also shows you where you can get the lowest price for that component, which is fantastic. So overall, it's a really, really good website, free to use, and I'll have a link to it in the description if you want to check it out. Now, the other website is Reddit. It's a subreddit called Build Me a PC, and what you can do is read the instructions here on the side, and all these other subreddits as well. But basically, how it works is you can post a request. So say like, oh, I have $500. I want to build a gaming PC that runs these games. And so we can go into here. This guy's 1K budget, and this is what he wants, right? And so someone will actually come in here and usually link you like a, let's see if I can find one, right here. Yeah, so like a PC part picker list. That's hard to say, PC part picker. It's like a Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. But, and you can see all the prices here, and you can actually go, to this build on PC part picker. It's pretty great. So I'd highly recommend checking out these two websites before you do order your parts and build your PC. But that is going to be it for this video. Wow, 34 minutes. Holy crap. That's amazing. But thank you guys so much for watching. If there's any questions I missed, I'll answer them in the next Q&A video, which will be sometime in the future. Hopefully near future. I love doing these. They're fantastic. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!